No.
You
Because you
know,
just see what they just did to my boy Dez.
I let's go because
Since
what
we
you,
so my whole thing is, I know people, the trendy thing to say or the funny thing to say is, oh, Jerry put the word out and he didn't,
I don't
let
believe
Dez
that at
play.
all.
But
I don't believe
that's
that at all.
that's some trash ass that's some trash ass rhetoric. That's a trash ass
Jerry
take.
Jones wants
But
Dez back in the league, bro. I believe that.
Jerry Jones didn't want to cut Dez.
it was
Come
Steven.
on, man.
It was
Like
Steven.
people just like to say stuff. I mean, that's great clickbait. Let's be honest.
Yo,
It's funny.
Eric was so mad about that comment. We gonna get to that, but
Yeah,
we gonna get to that. I just want us to not forget that, Eric. We,
Facebook
we
group is the best.
we gonna holler. I'm gonna hold you down, Eric, for that one. But Dez, man, like I truly felt that I've truly felt bad for Dez, even though I'm a Bengals fan, and I I really don't care about the Ravens. I'd like to see the Ravens lose, but just seeing that shit happen to Dez, man, I felt bad because all of the hard work he's put in over the years to try and get back
Listen,
into the league, and
listen.
then for
Hmm.
them to
They
come and
snatched
grab
it.
you, come to
They
grab
snatched
you
that thing.
during pregame warmups. Now, like we've all played sports, we know what it's like to get ready for a game. How much you put in to get your game face on and like really get ready to get active, bro. He's getting ready to get in multiple car crashes, basically. Do
Hmm.
you know what mental space you got to put yourself in to get into 5, 10, maybe 20 car crashes?
Bro.
Hmm.
Bro, you got to be borderline insane to do that.
But let's not minimize it. Let's not minimize the fact that he's
I'm
just
not.
now getting. No, I'm saying he's just now getting back to the league. He's just not. They was expanding his role, and this is your former team
Bro.
on
You
prime time.
you can fathom. Like I said, I've been reading Muhammad Ali to my kids, bro. That's like Muhammad Ali getting his license to box again. And in the dressing room, they tell him, no, no, you can't. They done canceled it again. So it's like you can't really fathom that. And it's like the crazy thing about it is I felt so bad for this. I literally text Hill and AJ and I said, bro, I'm done. Like I've been a supporter of Dez needs to be on the roster for the last 3 years.
We are.
But I've been a real big supporter because one, my team has not had a strong wide receiver core. So and my whole logic behind this campaign was that how can teams out there with trash receiving core not go out and sign veterans that don't even cost a lot
Mhm.
and add to your roster? That really upset me, which made me think that there was a conspiracy behind it, right? And then for that to happen, it's just like I was like, you know what? I'm done with the whole saga. I said, y'all not gonna hear because I always tell them somebody needs to sign Dez. I said, I'm not gonna say anything about Dez no more. And then as soon as I said that, Dez pretty much almost tweets the same thing because it was that ridiculous, bro.
And
It
people
was
didn't understand the magnitude, not the magnitude, but the reason why he reacted the way he does. That's the player of Dez. Dez is an emotional player. So you mean to tell me you take that away from me in pregame warm up, and I'm the only one
y'all
that
should
can't
have,
play?
yeah, and y'all should have known. Like, let's be real. The test, y'all. I've been did the test. It don't take that long to come back. Why y'all even let me come out here and get dressed?
The only one. I ain't got no close contacts. Been dapping up everybody on the field, and no
And
close
then,
contacts.
and he literally said, I got COVID. Come on now. And then it comes back as a false
Double
negative.
negative.
Come
Double
on.
negative.
So it's
Like,
like,
come
bro,
on, man. Like that's and let's be honest. Like, the conspiracy. It is what it is. Boy, the boy had 4 catches fight for 28 yards against Tennessee. Like, it won't like Dez was coming back, lighting it up, lighting the league up, and it won't like he was about to. Bro, he ran for 300 yards on the Cowboys. They might not even threw the ball to
mhm,
him. Like,
yeah,
they might
that's
have
a
threw a
fact.
smoke screen or threw a fade to
Mhm.
him in the red zone just to
They're
just to add
trying to get.
insult
They're
to
trying
injury.
getting
They was gonna try
points.
to get him in that end zone.
Of
Lamar
course,
was
but
gonna
I'm
try to
saying,
get him in there.
but you ran the ball 300 times. You won't throwing you threw the ball 17 times. You mean to tell me they was like Dez was going to be that much of a factor? Like, come on, now let's be realistic on the football aspect. Y'all
Yeah.
did nothing. It proved nothing. It proved whoever had something to do behind this. Is karma gonna get you, boy? I'm telling you.
And the issue that I've had and that I've tried to bring up multiple times is the NFL is doing a terrible job at their research, because if we've all, like, what we've all seen is that on-field transmissions are extremely low. Where the transmissions take place are when you're in film study, when you're in the locker room together, when you're traveling together, and you're in close quarters with your teammates. On-field remember there was what was it? I think it was AJ Dillon with the Packers, the running back. He had it, and so they had to pull him after the game, but no one else got it. No one else in the running back room got it, but they had to put those running backs on the COVID list. But they all came back positive and stuff like that. I mean, they all came back cleared. No one on the other team got it. No other outbreaks happened. The Titans, when they had their outbreak and they played and all of that stuff, nobody else got it. It just spreads within the locker room because you're sitting there with these people for an ample amount of time. So for you, for it to be like
same thing,
for me, how I see it is, if you pull Dez off the field for a positive test, you need to pull every wide receiver off the Ravens off the field. It shouldn't have just been Dez, because guess what? It ain't just Dez. Dez has been in these meetings. Dez has been around the wide receiver coach. So you need to pull the wide receivers and the wide receiver coach off the field.
And the trainer that dealt with the wide receivers this morning, whoever wrapped and taped them, all of them.
The fact that, like they said, that nobody was deemed close contact was crazy, and they had film of them dapping up and hugging up everybody before the game. Like,
when they said that to me is, I try to stay away from conspiracy, but that made me really believe, man.
Now I didn't even fight it. I'm like, go ahead, say what y'all got to say. But that's how I'm like, it's something.
And something that you posted in the group at first, I was about to jump in and say, there's something different to that, where you was talking about the NFL needs consistency in their program.
Mm-hmm.
They do
because with the Denver situation and the Ravens situation going into that Steelers game, it was actually different. Mm-hmm. That because there was different, like there was close contact where they had to pull people off, and there were actual positive cases with the Ravens. So that's where that difference came, where the Broncos kind of had to play, but those actual cases with the Ravens allowed the game to get pushed back. But the shit with Dez, that's when I was like, okay, there's no consistency here, because how can you say he didn't have any close contact with nobody?
It felt singled out.
How can you tell me a wide receiver doesn't have to be in a room? Like, there's nobody. Nobody's coming.
Catching the balls, using the balls, throwing them back.
Even if you're a practice squad, you've been in the huddle with scout team.
But AJ, I was
blocking cornerbacks.
But AJ, I was using the Denver and Ravens situation because that was the two closest situation. It's been inconsistent the entire time. Yeah. I mean, look at the Raiders. They had a whole bunch of COVID instances, and next thing you know, they still had to play. Same thing about the 49ers. They had a whole bunch of COVID instances. They had to play. One of your boys got COVID, but then next thing you know, he had a positive test. He ended up playing. Same thing about
it was 5 of them.
Yeah, but did they end up playing that week?
My team been doing pretty good with this.
No, the team played. The players didn't.
Mackenzie Alexander didn't come back.
He didn't play that game. He didn't play that game.
Okay, cool. You had your 5. You had your, matter of fact, because y'all didn't have no DBs that week.
Exactly. Yeah, we didn't have nobody. Yeah.
But what happened? Okay, but AJ Terrell, he gets COVID, and nobody else gets COVID. Like, nobody else is close quarters to him, and like I said, nobody gets to him. Who it was? The Bills had it. Somebody from the Bills had it. It's like everybody, almost each team didn't had it. But now it was like one person is on the list. Okay, one person can take a test, or other person, he can't take a test this next week, or this person can take a test, or he got to quarantine for 10 days, or it's like it's all over. I don't know what to do.
It's all over the place, bro.
It's definitely all over the place. And
it's all over the place.
Takes me back to my statement of, like, the NFL. You had the longest out of any league to prepare. Why the fuck weren't you ready?
The least prepared.
Why the fuck weren't you ready, bro?
You know why? We've said it multiple times, and it's almost like these schools were doing. Do y'all remember? I had to pretty much go on a campaign in DC to not get them to, and guess what? When remote learning started, DC was not prepared. And you know why? Because they lived in a fictitious world that we were going back to school. So they didn't prepare. They were sending emails and things to people about what we were going to do when we go back. And it's like, no, we're not. We're not going back. Just like those players, like we all over the country and the world, teachers were going to use their power saying, like, we ain't going back until it's safe. So you can make these plans, or you can be logical, listen to the CDC, and make plans to do distance learning. Because, bro, like, but they didn't. When there's money involved about moving people around and people going places and doing stuff, they're never, like you said it, Hill. You said it's the money. They're going to play these games no matter what. Even with COVID, the show will go on. And you called it. And I also called it because I said that this was going to be happening.
Correct. Two things could be true.
But it's just sad that you have all of this money. Like AJ said, you had the most time out of any sports league to be prepared. And it's sickening that you didn't do anything. And it's because back to AJ's point in the beginning of this, you don't care about the players. It's clear as day. They are a product, and it's cool for them to be a product, but Phil Knight care about his product. You see what I'm saying? Phil Knight don't want his product being damaged. He want to take care of it. And I know people aren't Phil Knight's product. He actually have a real product. But it's like he cared for his real product. And it's like, dang, if your product is people and Phil Knight can care for inanimate objects and you can't care for people?
Shit, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I mean, in some aspects, if you look at it with business, inanimate objects get more respect.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro.
Because peak game, we talk about Phil Knight. Phil Knight got a product that he cares about, those shoes and that apparel. But how much he paying the people that's making? He was a part of, using sweatshops, but we ain't got to get into all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, sweatshops is gonna be sweatshops now, but he pays American workers. They get paid good.
Yeah, but I bet you it's more. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the whole world. It ain't just him.
But that's my point.
Listen,
so let's not jump to give Phil Knight props.
All right, listen. If I wanted to start a manufacturing business, bro, I am outsourcing overseas where my money gonna stretch. Ain't my fault that they want to work for that in a legal place. Gotta be smart and take advantage of some things.
So y'all ready? Them Bengals ready to get that third win Sunday?
Nope.
That boy's not frozen.
Hey, look. This is the Penny Sewell lottery right here. Whoever lose this game is getting Penny Sewell. Because I've looked at both team schedules.
Ain't another win in sight.
And I'm hoping that Andy Dalton come back mad as hell and throw for 600
Not 600.
and 4 TDs, 4 of them things. You dig what I'm saying? And just go ahead.
Hey, look.
Go ahead and
Amari Cooper up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Look, we talking fantasy.
Hey, but look, I still need Tyler Boyd to get greasy though, and y'all quarterback is.
What Shannon say? What Shannon?
That ain't no problem. Hey, look,
y'all quarterback scaring me, yo.
You see the defense,
bro? He's so trash.
Do you see the defense?
Our backup is trash, but those corners over there in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
And our best corner got COVID. Not our best corner. The number he got COVID.
Yeah. The one who's starting.
I ain't even want to call him Woozier. He got COVID. He gonna be out. So who know who you gonna bring? Bring another practice squad up. I'm telling you, boy. Tyler Boyd, start him.
Might swag out. Oh, I'm starting him. I don't have no choice.
Who go swag out?
Listen.
Who go swag out? Who you say go swag out?
Your practice squad.
All right, just go ahead. When 21 fights, It's gonna be 21 fights. Square up when I see you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, because they been playing.
But nah, back to your point. Like, I don't have anybody else. Like, literally, the only fantasy team that has done well for me is my best of the best team, and I drafted 80% of those people. Like, I don't have anything else. That's it. All of my drafted players, Cooper, Tyler Boyd, my Lamar, I need them all to ball, man. If I'm gonna have any chance in this playoff, I can't rely on any bench waivers. It's been my team the whole year. I need them to show up, man.
Good luck to you.
I just want to say, I talked about it last year where I went on that 6-game win streak. AJ also went on a 4-game win streak.
That's impressive, man.
In another league this year. To not only get into the playoffs, I went from out of the playoffs to the number 2 seed. So I'm just saying, fuck all that shit he'll be talking about.
You here in the NFL, bro. And you definitely here in the 3-man weave league, too.
I said you are a good fantasy player, but don't get your damn
you can't get advice. I'll take that back.
Wait.
Tyler Boyd panned out well for me.
What did I tell you, Hill? I said, if you in a league with me, I'm not gonna give you no advice.
I'm in all my leagues. I'm in majority of my leagues with you.
So why would you take advice from me?
We still got a show, bro.
Like, exactly, we got a show. And why do you think I don't be a part? Like, I enjoy scrapping that fantasy podcast shit. Guess what I did? I asked Scrap some fantasy questions. I didn't say, "Oh, y'all need to start this person." Fuck that. Y'all not getting no advice from me. It's money. It's money.
I hate
season, Hill. I said, bro, don't pick Devontae Adams that year. I told you not to. Then you listen to AJ.
Now look at him now.
AJ always be a year either ahead or a year behind, bro.
No. The reason I be on time.
I'm talking about for his advice.
I be on time. I be on time.
Like, he was right on time with Pat Mahomes. He was on time.
He didn't give us no advice for that.
No,
exactly.
That's what I said. That's his.
Because I remember that year I had Pat Mahomes and Kareem Hunt.
Or a year behind. Because he told me get Cam Akers this year. He's a year ahead. That I need to wait till next year. You see what I'm saying?
And you should be mad at him now because you needed running backs. The next thing you know, Cam Akers had his best game of his life when you out the playoffs. But now all of a sudden, you want to cake for AJ.
But it wouldn't have mattered. It was too late.
You already drafted him listening to him.
Yeah, I messed up.
You should be as mad as I am too.
I didn't take him early. I took him late. So I wasn't mad at AJ.
You listen to him. You listen to him. What did he get you?
But I'm on Florida State. What do you expect? I didn't really need AJ to sell me on Cam Akers.
So like I said, keep your cape on. If this is your time, I give you the opportunity to bash AJ's advice, and you want to put your cape out.
His advice has been solid for me. I can't lie.
You drafted Cam Akers. You drafted Cam Akers because of AJ, and he ain't do nothing for you.
No,
I ain't taking nothing.
Kenny, who did I tell you was going to be the number 1 receiver for the Bengals when you asked me?
You said Tyler Boyd, man.
Okay.
And you also told me T. Higgins was going to ball, and so I could have had T. Higgins too. So it's
he also had faith in AJ Green too.
I didn't listen to him on that.
But I didn't say AJ Green was gonna come back and be the guy. It's a reason. It's the reason why I said Tyler Boyd is gonna be the number 1 receiver.
I know why you said Tyler Boyd, but you also bigged up AJ Green too. Y'all gonna tell a full story.
No, all I told you was I think AJ Green was coming back last year, and that's the only reason why you hate me in fantasy. Because I told you.
And what I say about AJ Green?
Because you said he shouldn't have came back, and he didn't.
And I ain't got a reason to be mad at. I ain't got a reason to be mad at AJ.
But why you listening?
Why listen?
I told you I had him too. I thought he was coming back. That's what the report said.
Exactly. So he giving me inside reports, and I'm sitting there like, okay, we in a separate league, and we both need AJ. He like, yeah, bro, he coming back. Come on, now.
I thought he was coming back too. Shit.
Come on now. Well, I can't talk to that AJ, but this AJ I can talk to, and I don't like him.
He's emotional when it comes to AJ Green, bro. He not thinking straight.
Yeah, you right. Don't worry about it. I don't care what you think. Start thunk, whatever. I ain't listening to nothing he say about fantasy no more.
All right, so I see you in the
All right.
playoffs.
Okay, so look, we got a good
See
question.
me?
We got a good question.
What it is?
Oh, before we get to that question, we ain't really finished with these Bengals and the Cowboys though.
So what
Bro,
got?
we suck. Don't nobody want to hear
Yeah.
this shit.
That's fact.
Bro,
You right.
look,
We
it's
do
literally
suck.
look. Here, I'm gonna
Yeah,
break it.
bro,
I'm gonna break
bro.
it down to you real quick.
Y'all gonna win this game.
No, the fuck we not.
All right.
It's gonna be a tie.
No, it's not. This is what's
Wow.
gonna happen, bro. It's gonna seem close. The Bengals gonna do what they gonna do. Always, they gonna give up a long touchdown at the end of the game to Amari Cooper because it's
That
gonna be on.
sounds about right.
It's gonna be on some Greg Williams shit. You gonna think like, remember what happened when we played the Browns? We had the game won, and these motherfuckers got a 65-yard touchdown because y'all thought the Jets was the first team to do it this year and play cover zero on a Hail Mary play. No, baby, it was the Bengals. Just ain't nobody get motherfucking fired because we that trash where we was like, yeah, that's par for the course. And so my whole thing is, bro, look, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, look at both teams.
Fact.
Y'all better than us. We are so shit. Fam. Like,
AJ,
bro.
we the reason that people thought Malcolm Brown was good. Who is the Ernest Forrest? I don't even know if I got his name
What
right.
you mean, y'all? The reason that people thought.
Hold on. Wait. We the reason why Donovan's People Jones is even on people's radar. He was a fucking special teamer and had the game. His first 3 catches were for 65 yards and a game-winning touchdown that made him look like Odell Beckham against us. So I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. The only time that Baker Mayfield ever looks good is against who? The motherfucking Cincinnati Bengals.
That's not true. He's been looking pretty good lately against lots of people.
That takes me to another point. Fuck the Titans. We beat the Titans too, but everybody's talking about should we respect the Browns now? No, you shouldn't respect the Browns now because we beat the Titans. Did nobody say should we respect the Bengals now because they beat the Titans? No.
Did y'all have Joe Burrow when y'all did it?
Yeah. we were showing love to Joe Burrow.
And we were still shitty.
So that don't.
We were still shitty.
That's water under
everybody
the
was
bridge.
showing y'all love.
No, they weren't. Everybody was still saying like
Joe Burrow is next.
Yeah, everybody was saying.
I'm talking about the group. I ain't talking about the mainstream media.
Okay, because I'm saying that everybody else was still saying the Bengals is gonna ruin Joe Burrow,
and they might have had.
Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-man week. We come at you with topics. No, you cannot stop it.